Saddleback College Stadium has served our community since the college opened in 1968. Since that time, thousands of sporting events have been held and many memories logged. It's been a long time coming, but now Saddleback College Stadium will undergo a complete renovation. Today on Coach's Corner, we'll discuss the good old days and the exciting times to come. You'll see and hear firsthand the plans for this amazing new addition to our community. I'm Paul Higgins. This is Coach's Corner, and all the action starts right now. Hello everybody, I'm Paul Higgins and welcome to this edition of Coach's Corner on location here at Saddleback College. What a great facility it has been over the last 30 plus years, but it gets a lot better pretty soon, as you can tell on the opening of the show. Today I have four special guests that have been with Saddleback College in their own right, in their own positions for a number of years, and their lives will change as well when this new stadium takes underway and takes place. And tonight we're going to talk about the stadium, their programs, and how it affects our community, because it is a community college, one that you too can benefit from. Joining me right now is the AD, and of course he controls just about anything athletically around the campus of Saddleback College. This is Tony Lipold, and Tony has been here since 2000. He's been in education since 1975. Also joining us is a 5-year veteran of Saddleback College, the women's soccer coach, former professional player out of UNLV. This is BJ McNicol, and gentlemen, we welcome you both to Coach's Corner. And Tony, I say that bittersweet because you are going to retire, so congratulations on that. Thank you. You're picking a new stadium. Is it going to be your stadium since you're retiring?
Well, you know, we've been trying to get the stadium built since I got here, and actually the stadium project's been going since the 80s. And we were just able to get the stars aligned and able to get the project pushed up where the college really we had the money, and it was next on the list to get done, and so everybody bought in. All the constituency groups, the district supported it. Our president did a great job. Our administration here selling it, and it rose to the top. So it's not going to be done for 2 years, so I'll be here till the end of June, but I'll be around to see it when it's finished though. But it's just, you know, it's just time for me to go. I wanted to see it completed, but I just don't have the energy and like I used to. So
well, you work hard.
Yeah, I do.
If there's a ball in the air or somebody running around a track, you're there.
Yeah, that's what I do. So that's, but no, it's been great. It's going to really be a unbelievable facility.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. And BJ, Coach Nichols, you're going to benefit from that. And I hope you're going to stay here for a couple more years, right, to see all this happen, right? We don't want to lose you.
Absolutely, no. I've been a part of a lot of meetings for this kind of program to come together, and Tony's been hugely instrumental in making sure it's happened, as has Coach McElroy and President Burnett. I mean, it's all come together, because I've seen layouts for this that have been 20 years old and it never came to fruition, and now we're in meetings where it's literally months away from breaking ground. So it couldn't be more exciting time for us.
So this will benefit your program, obviously. I mean, you didn't have a lot of space to begin with, and you battle for field space on your own campus. This changes. Behind us, there's going to be, 2 soccer fields and a practice football field. I believe that's what we were talking about. So the caliber of young ladies will increase as well, because they're going to see your facility.
Absolutely. I mean, before I started here, we were nomads. We played down at J. Sarah, we played at the ranch. We didn't have any kind of home field identity. Tony was instrumental in getting us back on campus, and since we've been here in the past 4 years, we're undefeated. We've never lost a game here, and we want that to continue in a state-of-the-art facility coming up. So to be able to bring recruits into what I think will be one of the nicest facilities in Orange County is going to be huge. We already have great talent here, and this is just one more reason to stay and play at Saddleback College, because it's such a great opportunity for girls that are coming straight out of high school.
And Tony, when you come here on a Friday night, say for high school football, it's electric. It really is. You have recently we had, of course, J. Sarah and Santa Margarita. You have Santa Margarita home games here, J. Sarah home games here. I know there's Saddleback Christian has played here and Capitol Valley Christian over the years. Right. But now it's almost going to be obviously a totally different setting. And I know some negotiations are going to have to go through to see who plays here or who doesn't play here. But what do you envision for the community? The Gauchos will play here, I mean, obviously. Is this going to be maybe a site of CIF championships? What do you foresee?
Well, part of the selling this project was to the Board of Trustees here was that this project, first of all, is long overdue because South Orange County, when you look at South Orange County, there's really not a venue that can host these kinds of games that you're talking about. I was here one year when Mission played Santa Margarita, and Mac took some videos of it, and there were people, it looked like a pilgrimage. The hillside was packed with people, and there were probably 8,000 people, 9,000 people in a 4,500 seat facility. And over the years, when you look at the number of games that we host each year, which is usually about 15, but can be as many as 20, and you multiply that times the number of people that come on campus, 80 to 90,000 people from the community come on this campus, and all they see is the stadium. And it really hasn't been a good picture to take away. You know, it's worked, but when we get this new stadium built and people come on this campus, when they drive up Avery and they look at that facade and they see the facility and it's going to be cutting edge, it's going to be first class, you are going to go, wow. And that's going to be so cool because it's long overdue. And it's really going to help all of our programs in the recruiting process.
I can tell how enthusiastic you are. You know, I've done so many games up on that hillside with the snakes and the gophers and the holes. And so it's going to be nice to do it, you know, in a press box maybe. And your thoughts about your program, you just mentioned something to me that I didn't know, that you have not lost a game on campus. Why are you so good? Is it because obviously you're a great coach, you have such great professional experience, but on the other end of it, where do you get your girls and then where do they go from here?
So I think first and foremost, it just gives us an identity. We've got so many great teams here on campus. If you look at our men's football, baseball, basketball, all of them were winning conference and going to the state championships, and we want to be a part of that. So to be here where they play, it was huge for us. And so to be in a stadium, even though this isn't ideal for soccer, this was built before soccer was really in the realm of what we were offering. So even though it's not ideal, it still gives you a home, you know, and it gives them that pride of being a Gaucho, and seeing the G in the middle of the field, I think is a big deal. And so we've been very fortunate to come here and be able to get the results we have. Our girls have gone on to play at every level from here on up, from NAIA to Division I, as is all of our programs. If you look at every single one, they're pushing kids on and graduating them out. And academically, we do so much work to get them prepared for that. And then this is just going to add one more element to the on-field stuff that's going to be so cool for the local kids.
What's really cool about that, BJ said, is like we've played two night games this year. Mm-hmm. And the first night game, that side right there was half full. And so we had, what, 400 or 500 people here?
Yeah.
All the football guys were out. So it was really kind of cool to have it because, you know, everybody always goes to football games, but it's the other sports that I like to get the other athletes. I try to tell all the athletes, hey, if you're not doing something, come support the other teams. You know, try to go to one contest of everybody else's, and then so it kind of creates a cool environment because everybody wants to play in front of people.
Yeah, and you know what, that's on a high school level, that's what they strive for. To do that on a JC level and to be successful, that's saying something, and congratulations on that. And Coach, I know we're going to see you. You know, maybe we go out and we do our own Coach's Corner with Saddleback Women's Soccer, promote the program and cover some of your games. That'd be fantastic.
That would be awesome.
All right, Coach Nichols, of course, 5 years at Saddleback College. When we come back, the head coach of the football team joining us, Coach Mark McElroy. We'll have more of Coach's Corner on location right here at Saddleback College right after this. Mission Basilica School is a Catholic parochial school with single-grade classrooms from pre-kindergarten through 8th grade.
We have absolutely the best to offer in education. We don't just educate the child academically. They are nurtured spiritually. They are guided through their spiritual journey. They are loved, every being of them.
A blue ribbon school for academic excellence, located on the beautiful grounds of Mission San Juan Capistrano, Mission Basilica School.
Why go anywhere else for your remodel project when you can find everything here at Decor and Tile? Our expert staff has years of experience which is passed on to you whether you are a homeowner, contractor, or designer. At Decor and Tile, we make your project easy with our beautiful and unique showroom filled with tile, stone, decorative glass, wood tile, granite, and quartz like Pentel, Caesarstone, and USA Cambria. Find out why Decor and Tile is the most referred showroom in South Orange County. Come in, call, or visit us on the web today.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Coach's Corner on the campus of Saddleback College, talking about the new facility that's getting ready to happen over the next 2 years right here on the campus in the city of Mission Viejo. Joining us now, along with the Athletic Director Tony Lipold, is the football coach, a long friend from back in San Clemente, and of course this is Mark McElroy. He's been a Gaucho since 1999, that makes it 18 years on campus, having another great season this season. And Coach, welcome to Coach's Corner once again. You and I have done the show a couple times, and you always do such a great job.
I do? It's good to see you, Paul.
So Tony, I told him I wouldn't throw him any curveballs tonight because he's coaching hard. But tell you what, you have to be so excited about what's going to take place here in the next couple of years.
Yeah, especially for alumni, people that have been here from the beginning in the late 60s, and to be able to finally get a stadium of great quality. Now, this is a fine stadium that they were able to get built back in the early 70s, but what's going to take place on this campus is going to be something really special.
Yeah, and I know that you fought for this stadium and really hard, and I know that obviously he appreciates that so much. And your thoughts, what do you think that feeling is going to be like? It's kind of a stating the obvious when the Gauchos run onto this field for the first time and when the new stadium happens.
Well, you know, it's kind of interesting because I don't think that most of the community probably doesn't believe it's going to happen yet, because it's like the boy who cried wolf. Yeah. We've been talking about it for so long, and there's been so many different events. Actually, Terry Donahue, when he's the UCLA coach, did an event down at Dana Point. They had a dinner fundraiser in the 80s. And the 80s. Yeah, and so it's been out there, and it's been talked about, and you know, it's just not. I mean, it's okay to play games now, but when you don't have restrooms and concessions and those kinds of things in the stadium, it's security-wise for high schools, it's really not the best place to be. But you know, Jay Sarah and Santa Margarita have been good tenants. We've got a great relationship with them, and hopefully that's going to continue because they've been a part of this from the get-go. They both. Santa Margarita played over here since their inception, and so has Jay Sarah. So, and we've kind of worked things out, and it's been good for all of us.
You mentioned the two local schools, and Mark, it's pretty astonishing. Right now, you have 17 starters on your team right now coming from South Orange County. With this stadium, what's going to happen when you get the new stadium?
Well, we already recruit very hard locally because as a community college, your best athletes, your best support come from within your own community. And we've got such strong football here in South Orange County with the high schools that we draw from. Our kids come in already well coached. It provides us a strong foundation. The kids know what it takes to work hard and compete and win football games. So the fact that we have 17 of them is really a tribute to the high school coaches here locally and the players wanting to come here. And when the stadium's done and our practice facility, it'll be definitely a great recruiting tool for us.
You know, it's pretty amazing when I listen to college football games on Saturday. It's amazing how many times you hear, and so came from junior college, and so comes from junior college. And I think that, you know, I'm an ambassador, huge ambassador for Saddleback. I think it's a great place to be. What a great stepping stool to the next division or wherever you want to go. But when kids come here, a lot of them come after they have gone to a D1, D2 school, and they figure out, oh wow, that was a mistake. They come here and they prosper. Why is that?
I think that they feel more comfortable. You know, they're back in an environment that I think when you have your parents around, and what's nice about having 17 local kids is it puts people in the stands.
Right.
I mean, we draw well at our games, and even last year when we went up to play San Francisco up for the state title up there, and that's 8-hour drive. We had as many or more people than they did at that game. It's just kind of a tribute to what we do. But I think what we have at Saddleback College now, we really created a culture of like family, but also academically, we've got some really strong programs, and our kids are doing well. 16 of our 19 teams last year had over 3.0 GPA cumulative, and that's unheard of. Yeah. And so, you know, and they all the kids all know each other, and the other night we had our Hall of Fame, and we had a barbecue before. And almost every student I talked to that came back, regardless of what sport it was, their fondest memories of college were at Saddleback College. They just had a great time, how much they loved it, and it's just amazing.
It is amazing. And Coach, when you look, and you were, and you are, I wouldn't say were, you're a great athlete. There's no, people that watched you play.
You played here.
Yeah, and you played here. they know that you're a great athlete, you're a great coach, but also the other side of that, you are a good student athlete, good scholar athlete. How important is that for you when you have the young men come out here to play gaucho football?
Well, it's a big piece of the puzzle. They aren't even going to be offered trips unless they've done what they need to do academically. And like Tony was mentioning, he's helped spearhead the LRC, which is a learning resource center here on campus, where we have some free academic tutoring, and kids in our programs are all required to attend X amount of hours per week. And so we're like this far away from being like a Division I program in the resources that we offer our students to be able to be successful academically.
Yeah, it is pretty special. And as we've been looking at the renderings during the show, in the next segment, I want maybe you go micro and tell us a little bit about deeper what's going to happen, and maybe other events that you see happening here, because I know that even local high schools are looking for places to have graduation ceremonies, and they don't have a place, right? There's all kinds of things that you're going to do. But when you leave, where will the stadium be? You leave in 1 year?
I'll be my last. July 1 I'll be officially retired.
Okay.
The stadium will be just about ready to break ground.
Okay.
The plan is it should be ready about 2 years from now, maybe a little sooner.
Somewhere between the beginning of 2018 football season and the middle of 2018.
Which is the college's 50th anniversary. So we're trying to get it done for the 50th anniversary and have a big celebration.
And for the young men out there, the young ladies out there that are watching, that are freshman and sophomore in high school, maybe when you come here, that stadium will be built and ready to go. We come back, we'll break the stadium down a little bit more and the facilities right here at Saddleback College. More of Coach's Corner right after this.
Why go anywhere else for your remodel project when you can find everything here at Decor & Tile? Our expert staff has years of experience, which is passed on to you whether you are a homeowner, contractor, or designer. At Decor & Tile, we make your project easy with our beautiful and unique showroom filled with tile, stone, decorative glass, wood tile, granite, and quartz like Pentel, Caesarstone, and USA Cambria. Find out why Decor & Tile is the most referred showroom in South Orange County. Come in, call, or visit us on the web today.
Mission Basilica School, located in historic San Juan Capistrano, is a blue ribbon school focused not only on quality education but spiritual enlightenment, creating a learning environment that's second to none.
I love the feel of the school and what it brings.
They're wonderful kids, have great family lives. They are brothers and sisters once they reach the campus.
A blue ribbon school for academic excellence, located on the beautiful grounds of Mission San Juan Capistrano. If you've ever been on the campus of Saddleback College, you know it's a great campus. There's plenty of building going on, but in the next couple of years, as we've mentioned, Saddleback is getting a new stadium and facilities that support the stadium. Right now we're going to talk a little bit about what that all means and exactly what they're going to do. Where we are right now is we're sitting on the track, and the football field, of course, to my right. From what I understand, from what Tony's saying, we're going to be 6 feet lower here the next time we do this show at this very same spot. So Tony, they're actually going to slice 6 feet off the land, and the amount of things that we were just talking about during the break, the press box and the opportunity to have a patio area for people to have events, and the press box looking down, and you can see this way and that way when you're up there. Might even be able to get an ocean view while you're up there. Yeah. So big plans, and as you guys have talked about, it is happening. And your thoughts when you look at it, what are you most excited about?
Well, I think that just having a facility that you're proud of, that's going to be the showcase facility in all of Southern California. I think when this stadium's completed, it will be the nicest facility in Southern California, bar none, and it's going to be first class, and it's going to have all the stuff that we need to have TV out here for the games and for big high school games and host CIF championships, and we're going to be able to host just about anything that people want to bring to us.
Right. And Mark, how will that change what you do? I mean, you're a grassroots. It doesn't matter if you have a field with no grass or grass. You're going to get the job done. But this changes the game plan a little bit better, a little bit in your favor. Do you feel as though that obviously you'll attract more athletes, and then how will that affect your program? I mean, right now you have a huge winning percentage. You have 17 starters from the local area. Can it get any better than that?
Well, it can always get better, but it's pretty good right now. I've got great support. Tony's been a really outstanding boss for 17 years now, and we're going to miss him when he retires. He's been behind a lot of this and getting this done. And so how's it going to help us? It's going to help in recruiting. It's going to help us run our practices more efficiently. We're going to be able to have access to the items that we need to in just a cleaner and more efficient manner than what we have on in our current situation. It's going to be all-weather surface, so rain won't stop us from practicing, whereas in the past, rain can stop you from practicing and playing in mud bowls instead of having a nice turf facility. So it's going to be really, really outstanding.
And both of you, I'd love for you to chime in on this. I know that what turf you get is now a big deal. You know, there's a lot of talk about this is good turf, that's not great turf, this turf lasts 5 years, this turf lasts 10 years. Do you know what kind of turf you're going to put in?
I think we're pretty much in agreement. It's going to be field turf.
Okay. Tell me what that is, just so I understand.
Field turf is kind of probably the most popular turf used in the country at Division I and NFL stadiums. It's just the density of the square footage of field turf is 2 to 3 times as dense as other fields, and they stand by their product, and it's guaranteed for 10 years, and they just make a really nice product. And they also have, what's that stuff called that they put that kind of cools it down?
Kind of like Cool Max, where it drops the temperature close to 20 to 25 degrees.
Please don't melt.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and coaches don't melt.
It gets hot up here. You know, I mean, it's not unusual to be 100 up here in August and early September, and then on a field like that, it could be as high as 140 if you didn't have that. With that, it'll bring the temperature down to, so you can play.
Mark, we talked about the 17 starters that you have from our local area on your team. How many do you have in total? Do you know?
How many total from our local area?
Athletes, yeah. You got 17, it's huge.
I don't know the answer to that, but I'd say it's probably right around 65 to 70 kids.
Really? That is amazing. Now, when you get a player that came over from a Division I, Division II school, when they come in, do they expect to play? Or tell me what that is like in case a young man leaves and decides to come back.
I think everybody that comes to Saddleback expects to play because they may be a bounce back, which is a kid that comes back from a D1 school, or they may be an all-star player in high school. And so that's the caliber of athletes that we have playing for us. So everybody that comes here has been a star player in high school and very good. Yeah. And so it's wide open competition, and we're very fair in the whole evaluation process. And our goal is to let those kids play and help them move on to the next level.
Yeah. And that kind of happened last year. This time last year we did Coach's Corner with Johnny Stanton. He came back to Saddleback College, and then he went to UNLV, is that correct? Yep. And of course he was starting and he got hurt. But Tony, when an athlete does that, I know sometimes, and not in Johnny's case, but grades are an issue. So they're like, well, it was a little bit harder in D1 school than I thought. It seems like always when you guys send athletes out, they have better grades than when they came. And I know that's part of your job too.
Yeah, I think that we really emphasize how important it is to go to class because when we go through the eligibility process, plus the NCAA is not real friendly to community colleges because 2 years ago they upped the GPA for transfers to 2.5. It used to be 2.0. Right. From a 2.0 to 2.5, that's big. Yeah. So that's for every B, you got to have a B and a C, and if you get an F, then you got to have an A. So it's tougher on the kids. So if they really have aspirations to go and play someplace, they know they have to get done in the classroom or we can't help them. And the first thing recruiters ask us, they want to see transcripts. And if your transcripts aren't any good, then you're not going to have a chance to go anyplace. So, that's right. That's the leverage right there.
Coach, do you get involved in the grades and all of that? I mean, you're so busy doing 90 different things, but do you make it your point to get involved in grades, or is that where you lean on Tony and his staff? Tell me how that works out.
Well, like I said, we have an LRC, we have people that work in what's called the PASS program there, so there's communication between them and counselors. Okay. Our athletes meet with the counselors, and then there are kids that we identify as at-risk kids. Sure. And so we're in great communication between the PASS program. I have coaches on my staff that, like this summer, we had some young men that were struggling academically, and so we divided up those guys amongst them and held them accountable. So I actually met with 3 of my athletes each week and made sure that they were on you know, on course to passing their classes.
Definitely eyeballs on the kids. And lastly, Coach, can you briefly, there's going to be an underground part to this.
Right.
Can you break that down so I can visualize that?
Well, basically what's going to happen with the way the stadium's going to be set up is that underneath the stadium is going to be restrooms. We're not going to have locker rooms, we're going to have team rooms, so the teams won't have to go back into the locker rooms like they do now at halftime. There'll be team rooms, there'll be restrooms, there'll be some meeting rooms, there'll be a training facility, which we really need. Our training facility is much too small for the 400 athletes we have now, so we'll be able to have a satellite training facility out here with ice baths and all those kinds of things. And so we're using all the space. You know, right now we don't have space, and we're going to have all this new space, and we want to make sure that we use it and use it wisely. So, and it's, you know, and everything that we're doing, we're thinking through, and we're getting input from the trainers, and you know, everybody that's going to be a part of this facility, whether it's a coach or a trainer or Jerry, our sports information director, you know, we're all on the same page as far as getting the facility that's going to be work for us and also work for anybody else who wants to come rent the facility.
Well, part of the reason I wanted to do this show is because of you, because you've been here a long time, and I did not know that you were retiring until you told me before you sat down. So congratulations. I know this young man's going to miss you dearly. You have put Saddleback on the map in so many different ways in the side of sports and all the great athletes, so congratulations on that. You bring in great coaches and they do great things, and so congratulations. And I know that this probably wouldn't have happened without the push of Tony Lipold, and also without the push of Mark McElroy and what he has done for the last 18 years. It's a community, so make sure you wrap your arms around Saddleback College and come check it out from time to time. Make sure you check out all the sports, whether it be basketball, football. They have a great softball team, the swimming, diving, baseball. You mention it, they have it right here at Saddleback College. For, of course, Tony and BJ that was on the show a little bit earlier, and my good friend Mark McElroy as a Triton and a Gaucho. I thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on Coach's Corner.